Please, I repeat, please do not listen to those voices. Do not listen to those voices. They are not real. I know how scary that can be. Trust me. But those are not the spirits talking to you. No one from a higher realm is guiding you. It's a form of an attack. We're talking about auditory hallucinations. You can jump up and down and clap and hooray because we finna get rid of this one. This one has plagued so many people, and this can make a person commit suicide. So, let's get started on this because we want this to be a quick fix. Pay those voices no mind. That is drug-induced psychosis. All right. This is one of the biggest side effect scams out there. I know that the ADHD crowd is in here heavily. Usually this comes from your ADHD medications or any medication with meth or sulfur. Definitely meth. I'm mainly focusing on meth though. What happens is this is an oversaturation of meth in the brain and in the system, which causes auditory hallucinations. So if you have these hallucinations, chances are you have way too much meth in your system. All right. I know you can hear the wiring and the curing inside the air conditioning. I know exactly what this is. But the great thing about this is it's such a quick, fun, easy fix. This is probably would be your favorite way to cure something. And so we're going to get right on into it. And that is, I'll say, I believe that alcohol should be legal for everyone medicinally at least. Alcohol is the cure for many, many medicines. I use alcohol mainly medicinally. And what you want to get rid of this is alcohol. That's how you kill it. It's the number one thing you need, all right? So how will we do this? First of all, if you're having really bad hallucinations, I would get something maybe like some benzos. Some people smoke something that's going to make you high, very high, because the highness will temporarily get rid of the hallucinations. So while we're cleansing ourselves, while we're detoxing our bodies of meth, we can go ahead and take something that's going to rid ourselves of it, at least temporarily. Now, I hear people, they do things like they'll use noise cancellation headphones. Sure, whatever works. But you want to take something to get you high unless you just gonna muscle it out. But the simplest fix is literally taking a bunch of shots of alcohol. All right, you take your alcohol, take shot after shot after shot. Now, what happens is when you're taking alcohol, the ethanol in alcohol, if I'm understanding it correctly, it mixes with the acid that comes from the meth. All right, so what happens is they bind together. It's like a magnet. When the alcohol go into your system, it binds with the meth like a magnet, and it just flows through your kidneys without any problem. So what I call this is dehydration. First of all, you want to make sure you're hydrated, all right? So if you're hydrated, what you want to do is begin the dehydration process, which is with alcohol. Now, I know alcohol has a negative connotation, so people will be like, well, can I get rid of this with just water? No, I know a lot of people are diehard water fans, but this is going to take alcohol. You're going to need that magnet that alcohol is is presenting itself to be to cleanse yourself. All right. So at least, take it medicinally. And so you dehydrate. All right. You take some shots. It's going to go through your system. It's going to collect the meth, urinate it out. Just like at a bar, if you're constantly using the restroom, urinating every 5 minutes because the alcohol you're drinking, then you're doing it right. That's what we want. Now, if you have a high tolerance, you're the luckiest. So if you can take 3, 4, 5, 6 shots, don't take too much where you're puking. But if you can take that many shots and urinate it out, you'll have this cleansed in like a day or two. Got me? So how much you can take, it'll flow through your system and clean you out. And it will rid you of this. All right. If you got beer's a little weaker, so it may take more and it may take a few days, but it shouldn't take no longer than a week. This shouldn't take, more than a few days to cure. It's a very easy fix. And I mean, it really cures it. Now, what's going to happen is, I looked up some of the remedies to this, and it's such a gaslight fest. They're probably going to try to put you on antipsychotics, which is, again, we all know the open secret of the side effect scam. They're going to cause a problem, and then they're going to fix it with you buying more medication. And that's what antipsychotics will do once again. We don't need that. Like I said, I keep alcohol on me medicinally. Get you some alcohol, take some shots, dehydrate as much as you can, and it'll cleanse out your system. Listen, it's just that simple. It's just that simple, just like that. So I know a lot of people are going to be so furious with the medical industry because they've made so much money on them antipsychotic meds and other practices like hearing your voice and taking your power back from, oh my God. Y'all got the right to be mad because they know, not necessarily the doctors, but these corporations, they know that all it takes is alcohol and you'll cleanse that. So get you some vodka. I love me some, not an advertisement, I love me some Crown Royal Apple. That's my favorite. But you can do it with vodka. You can do it with beer. Get that alcohol in your system and flush that meth out. And I know people are going to say, well, I need my meds to focus. And it's like, no, you got too much in your system. That's the problem. It's too much. So you can go a few days and detoxify because you're going to end up, I don't want to say what could happen, but yeah, you want to do that. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, I drink alcohol. What is he talking about? I drink alcohol all the time and I have it. Do you drink enough to cleanse yourself, especially if it takes more than a day? A few days? And do you stop taking your medicine? You have to go cold turkey on your medicine. It makes, no use if you just put it right back in your system. So you probably took your medicine again and again and again. All right. Go cold turkey on your medicine. Get high, get drunk. That's literally the cure. Get high and definitely make sure you get drunk. And make sure you're using a restroom every couple of minutes. And that's how you do it, all right? All right, let's recap. Pay no attention to those voices. Those are not the spirits, all right? It's optional, but if you can get high to temporarily get rid of the voices, hey, do what you can. Alcohol is the cure to many illnesses, and especially when medicines are in your system. Alcohol will flush a lot of things out. You want to take shots, as many as you can without puking, without getting sick. Take as much as you can. That alcohol is going to go in, cling on to the meth, and you're going to urinate it right out. Make sure you hydrate it. Then you want to dehydrate with alcohol. All right. This is medicinally. Get that stuff out of your system. You can use beer as well. Take some alcohol, drinking alcohol, and get it out. All right. You want to stop taking your medicine immediately. In fact, you want to be off of it for a while. You probably, if you have these hallucinations, you're probably going to be a little traumatized. So stop putting that meth in you. Take a long break. When you're cured of this, you may be, say, tired again. Maybe you're going to be like, I need my medicine. Well, try to take your medicine as little as possible. Unfortunately, I feel like the medications are weaponized. So if you can get away with maybe 3 or 4 times a week, do that. If you can't, if you really need your medicine, just make sure every now and then you're detoxing. Detox. So you got like an excuse to drink. Now, I'm not saying become an alcoholic, but you need to make sure you rid yourselves of the medicine that's supposed to be helping you. All right. Literally, you gotta clean that stuff out of your system, because it's bad if it's too much. I know you may feel like you need a dose, but a lot of that stuff is still in your system. So until we can get a big change in the medical industry, we gotta work with what we got. Go get high and go get drunk. Emphasis on the drunk part. All right. And that should take care of you within a day or 2 or 3, depending on what you drink and how much of it and how much you can tolerate. This is all theory, but I've proven this so many times. I've proven this many, many times. So you try it and see if it works for you. Okay, so now that we're at the end, we can cure it in another simple way. I saved this for last for a reason. And that is, you can simply go to the hospital and ask your doctor for a lavage of the mind, or brain, at least the brain. Ask for a lavage. I used to call it lavage. And that will simply do the trick. If you like against alcohol a lot and that's just not your thing, simply go to the hospital. A lavage of the brain will kill it. So either way it goes, we can completely get rid of this hallucination thing. Now, I'm aware this is not the only form of hallucinations. There are other things that contribute to certain hallucinations, but as far as a lot of the auditory hallucinations, a lot of people will be cured with this one. And just stand by, because we're going to get rid of all of these. But try these methods, and I can assure you it'll get rid of them. That's what I got for you. Hope that helps. If you have any other kind of illnesses, check the medication and see if it has meth in it, and you can apply the same strategy. And so that's LIHR, Lottoriddles Institute of Health Research. I'm Charmaine Santier. Until next time, come back and see me.